Hey, what's going on, boys and girls? This is Clay Hobright over at Best Body Shop on this Labor Day weekend. Man, the weather decided to turn up. Decided to show up. It's beautiful out. I got a real important message I need to bring to you guys. And this is a message directly from your favorite insurance companies. I have, as of late, the Body Shop, we put together damage assessments all the time on repairing vehicles, okay? And some of you guys might know this, and some of you might not know this, but these damage assessments are put together based squarely on the manufacturer's guidelines, on the instruction manual on your vehicle. That's right. If you have a vehicle and you're driving right now, just like I am, hopefully you're paying attention to the street, just like I am, and you have an instruction manual specifically for your vehicle, and you can gain access to that manual by getting onto the manufacturer's website. So for this Dodge, for this car, I'd have to get onto Dodge's website, and for a Toyota, you'd get onto Toyota's website, and you pay a certain dollar amount for access to this repair manual for a certain amount of time. So like 24-hour access or 72-hour access or a week's access. You could buy up to a year access to this repair manual. Now you put in your VIN number and it gives you specific information about your vehicle. It tells you what it's made of. It tells you about the safety aspect, but it also gives you instructions on how to make sure that your vehicle is safe enough to be put back on the road after a collision. Now, did you know that the majority of vehicles that are out on the road are extraordinarily safe because of the airbag system that's in it, the SRS system? There's so many different safety systems to a vehicle that are usually tied to some kind of a computer program or some modules, and there are very specific instructions on how to make sure that those are ready to be used in the event of a subsequent accident if need be. Okay, so with that being said, I have been notified by a few insurance companies, and I'm going to keep their name anonymous at the moment, but they have notified me that the instructions from the manufacturer are not being followed in the majority of shops in Wichita, Kansas. And let me say this again. The safety aspect of your vehicle, the part of the vehicle that makes the vehicle safe. You get into a wreck, you use an airbag that saves your life instead of ending your life. Those have instructions on how to make sure that they are working correctly, whether they're reinitialized or calibrated or replaced or whatever the manufacturer says about that. They're very clear instructions that are not being followed by the majority of body shops in Wichita, Kansas. Now, don't take my word for it. Take the insurance company's word for it. I'm assuming that they're telling the truth. I mean, if they're lying, then maybe if the body shop should speak up and say, hey, no, we're performing these inspections or we're performing these procedures. But the insurance company is very clear, and they're very adamant that no one in Wichita is performing these procedures. So my encouragement to you, if you have a vehicle and you get into a wreck, that it is crucially important to make sure that the safety aspect of your vehicle is repaired based on the manufacturer's guidelines. In fact, if you brought it to Best Body Shop, we just make sure the entire repair is based out of that manufacturer's guidelines. We don't play games, whether it's a headlight, a mirror, a tail light, an entire rear body panel, or a quarter panel replacement. We're going to follow the instruction manual from your vehicle's engineer to the... Now, if you've also been in a wreck and you don't know whether those safety procedures were performed on your vehicle, you can shoot me a call at any time, 24/7, 365, and Best Body Shop would be more than happy to inspect and make sure. And we do this absolutely for free. We are absolutely crazy about you, your car, and our team. We say it all the time. It's the 3 things we're crazy about. And so we'll make sure that if somebody else repaired your car other than us, that we were that they did it correctly. Now, you can rest assured that if you already repaired your car here, we followed the guidelines. That's what we do on every single car. Now, we recently had a customer actually that because the insurance company informed my client that no other body shop are performing these procedures, my client actually started asking other clients asking other friends of his that had the same vehicle as his, whether they've been in a wreck or not, and they said, a few of them said yes, they have, and he actually asked them whether these airbags were inspected, or the SRS system was inspected, or any of the disassembly of the interior was done. And you know what's crazy? They all said no. Now, there was one thing in common that they all had, is that none of them had their cars repaired at Best Body Shop. In fact, almost all of them had the vehicles repaired at a body shop that the insurance told them to go to in the first place. So it's crazy to me that these insurance companies know that these vehicles are not being repaired correctly, and nobody's doing anything to stop it. And I think that's super scary, because we potentially could have a massive amount of vehicles driving around that are improperly repaired and unsafe, and people don't even know that they could die in the event of a collision because these procedures aren't performed. Now, again, don't take my word for it. That's what the manufacturers say. In fact, I read to an insurance company what the manufacturer said one time, and I said, if I do not follow these procedures, or my technicians or my body shop does not follow these procedures, according to, and on this one, this was Toyota, injury or death could happen. Now, I don't know about you. That sounds pretty bad. I don't think I would risk any of that, whether it's to cut corners or save time or money or energy. That's just not a question in my mind. So anyway, be careful out there. If the insurance is even remotely right about what they're saying about the body shops in Wichita, and I want to say my hat's off, and I thank you to the insurance companies that are being honest about this. I think that this is, you can't get better until you actually know that you have a problem. And if the insurance company is willing to communicate that the body shops in Wichita are not doing these procedures, I think that's a good starting point for us as an industry to hold each other accountable. And I think the thing that's really going to hold people accountable, though, is you. That's right, you're the consumer, the customer. When you walk in, man, make sure that you are adamant about your vehicle being repaired by the manufacturer's guidelines. It's crucially important. Your life could depend on it. That's it. Shoot me a call, 316-516-3827. That is 316-516-3827. My daughter is ready for me to come inside. Guys, have an awesome weekend.